So next concept is global warming and climatic changes. Okay, so global warming in the sense a gradual increase in the overall temperature of the earth atmosphere, generally attributed to greenhouse gases, which affect by increasing levels of carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, nitrous oxide, methane and other pollutants into the atmosphere, which creates a lot of disturbance to the environment. So this is said to be what? Global warming. And one more is anthropogenic global warming. This global warming which is caused by the human activities. That means initially human beings are the responsible in order to create the disturbance in the nature. That is said to be what? Anthropogenic global warming. Okay, entering into the global warming, the thin layer of the gases that surrounds the earth provides us oxygen to breathe, right? Everyone we require what? Oxygen. But the oxygen content which is present in the atmosphere, it is very much beneficial to the living creatures. So, but initially we are releasing a lot of smoke to the environment as we are polluting the atmosphere. So, as we are going to breathe that particular smoke, definitely we have the chance of facing a lot of health problems. So, if we are releasing this in excess quantity of smoke into the atmosphere, ozone layer is going to be depleted. That means ultraviolet rays directly falls on the earth surface, then no organisms can able to be survival. So ozone that protect us from ultraviolet rays from the sun, right? And nitrogen that plants use to make proteins. So atmosphere, it traps the solar energy that reaches the earth by preventing it from totally escaping back into space. This is called greenhouse gas effect. This is important for life to survive on this planet. So ozone is the important layer which protect us from the earth surface, that means which protect from the life in endangered. Industrial revolution is leading to global warming. It is because of the human activities. Global warming trend is called anthropogenic global warming, which means caused by humans. Recently the scientists are finding a large volume of methane under the frozen tundras in the North Pole. As the global temperature is increasing day by day, the ice in tundra is going to be melts. So if the ice in the tundra melts, what happens? Methane is said to be more powerful than carbon dioxide as a greenhouse gases. The anthropogenic global warming is causing many changes in the distribution of heat in the earth system. An international organization called Intergovernment Panel on Climatic Change was formed to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases. But the attempts made by Intergovernmental Panel climatic change was not successful. The latest attempt once again they have did, but even though it is failed, which is conducted in Warsaw, Poland in the year 2013. The main cause of the global warming is deforestation. Developing countries argue that developed countries got developed by burning of fossil fuels. So this is the reason it creates a lot of impact on climatic variation or climatic changes on India. The rise of 2 degrees centigrade in average temperature would result in the rise of 1 meter in sea level by next century. The melting of Himalayas disturbs the freshwater fisher folk. Climatic change disturbs globally. KMDA stands for Kolkata Metropolitan Development Authority. Increase of temperature results in submersion of coastal areas and tidal forest. So already we discussed one of the global warming main effect is deforestation, right? Some other ways in which human action contributes to global warming is usage of refrigerators and air conditioners, use of plastic, burning fossil fuels, use of fertilizers, chemicals and pesticides, overusage of natural resources, use of motor vehicles which emit smoke, mining. So these are the other ways in which human action contributes to global warming. Once you imagine if the situation, if millions of people were affected, then how we can able to be resettle? What jobs would they do? It highly impossible, right? It is certainly difficult to cope with the situation. Collecting land from other areas for resettlement, taking the services of agencies, voluntary organization and international organization, providing jobs through various employment generation programs by the government like Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Scheme, Food for Work, etc. So if we are facing such kind of climatic variations, definitely we should be depending upon the other people for our survival. So, and also influencing climatic variation in hill areas and desert areas. The factors which influencing climatic variations are altitude in hill areas and relief features in desert. Temperature decreases as altitude increases. Hills and mountains will always have the lower temperature and it receives high rainfall. For every 1000 meters of ascent, it accepts 6 degrees centigrade of temperature decreases. Climate of deserts have high temperature. In deserts, the days are very hot with maximum temperature and nights are severe with minimum temperature. డేస్ ఏమో చాలా హాట్గా ఉంటుంది, నైట్ టైం వచ్చేసరికి చాలా కూల్గా ఉంటుంది, మినిమం టెంపరేచర్ ఈస్ మెయింటైనింగ్. లెస్ రిలేటివ్ హ్యూమిడిటీ అండ్ స్కంటీ rainfall is seen in desert. That means no expected rainfall we can see in the deserted areas. Hence variation in diurnal range of temperature is absorbed. But the developed countries stress on ban of fossil fuels as they release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere leading to global warming, right? As the word suggests, the process is global and does not refer to individual, state or a country. Developing countries also stress the point that developed countries should help find alternatives to using fossil fuels, thereby taking their fair share to help the developing countries to progress. Industrially, that means the people has to be changed, or else they wanted to bring a small awareness among the people, not to create a lot of disturbance to the nature. So some more human activities are there which contributes to global warming. That means deforestation, no climate and environmental control measures, use of air conditioners, use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, poor afforestation initiatives and implementation which leads to global warming. Excavation of natural resources without any officials approvals by government. Yes or not? These are the next. How to minimize the global warming means by starting the afforestation methods or encouraging the afforestation techniques, to use public transport, controlling the release of chlorofluorocarbons, use alternative renewable energy sources like solar energy, nuclear energy, wind energy, water, minimize the use of refrigerators and air conditioners. If you follow all this, somewhat we have the chance of saving our nature. Greenhouse gases leads to global warming, right? Greenhouse gases trap the heat into atmosphere, especially carbon dioxide. Emission of these chlorofluorocarbons has to be minimized. Global warming affects the seasonal rainfall also. It affects climate and environmental changes. Pollution causing various diseases which leads to death. All are responsible for the global warming by releasing the greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Consequences of global warming by releasing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Due to this great disadvantage of these greenhouse gases, most of the living creatures are also trying to be lose their lives. Actually, till that time we are talking about the concept of fossil fuels, right? What are fossil fuels here? Petrol, coal, diesel, kerosene are the examples of what? Fossil fuels. Okay, now next concept is next one is how the deforestation affect the global warming. So what are the disadvantages, what are the problems we are going to be faced due to because of deforestation? So the trees on the earth surface balance the gases in the atmosphere by taking in carbon dioxide. Yes or not? As we are releasing the oxygen into the atmosphere, we are taking? We are releasing the carbon dioxide and we are intaking the oxygen gas. This carbon dioxide is very much essential for plants, whereas oxygen gas is very much essential for living beings, which is emitted by human beings by the process of what? Photosynthesis, and we are going to be and release oxygen. So plants release oxygen. Plants release what? Oxygen. This oxygen is very much helpful for human beings, whereas we are going to be release the carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide gas is essential for plant survival by a process called photosynthesis. Photo in the sense light. Synthesis means reaction. But the number of trees are decreasing due to deforestation. With this, the amount of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide levels are increasing in the atmosphere, which are primarily responsible for the global warming. So deforestation does not take place only in the forest areas but also in our surrounding areas. As we observe, we can see number of trees are day by day it is going to be decreases, like industrial towns, mining areas, etc. Even if there are no forest, the felling of trees is considered as deforestation. Unexpected rains and droughts may cause huge amount of loss to the farmers. Yes or not? If there is expected rainfall, then the farmers can cultivate any crop in that particular field. If there is no expected rainfall, definitely the farmers has to bear the loss. Life will be in danger without the forest. Carbon dioxide levels will increase and the oxygen level will be decreased. Trees absorb greenhouse gases and emit. If there is a number of plantation, that means number of trees are, the plants are very less, ultimately the content of oxygen will be becomes rare, that means decreases. The content of oxygen is going to be decreases, so we have the chance of facing even more problems. So measures to minimize the global warming are controlling the release of chlorofluorocarbons, encouraging afforestation, reduce, reuse, recycle methods, gather opportunities and establish programs that will help to share the information about global warming. By implementing the above methods, global warming can be minimized. Okay, and also we should not use the fertilizers such as chemical fertilizers and pesticides also. Due to because of excess amount of deforestation, most of the effects are also we can see. Such effects are result in the lowering of forest. It affects the ecological balance. It reduces the probability of raining, increase the soil erosion, imbalances sustainability of green cover. Water cycle is also affected by deforestation. Different precious species of trees get extincted. So these are the drastic changes we can see due to because of deforestation. What are the main reasons to increase global warming means? Releasing of carbon dioxide into atmosphere by the industries. Methane emission from animals agriculture. Increase in usage of chemical fertilizers on croplands. So in the previous we used to be use natural fertilizers, but nowadays we are using chemical fertilizers. Measures to reduce the influence of global warming. Growing more amount of plants in the barren land, increase in the green cover. In the agriculture, the usage of pesticides should be stopped. Need to use the alternative like biofertilizers. Establishing hydroelectric power stations or using solar power generators to avoid the burning of fossil fuels. Okay, now if you follow all such kind of things, then definitely we have the chance of saving our environment. So finally, impact of climate change on India. There are several factors that influence our Indian climate. First one is there is a rise of 2 degrees centigrade in the average temperature may appears to be very small, but it would result a rise of 1 meter in sea level. The temperature is too small, but even though its disturbance is to a certain neighboring places, this would affect large portion of our coastal areas. Due to attack of these changes which are going to be takes place, millions of people would have to be shifted by losing their livelihood. Most of the people lost their lives. This incident has been occurred in the year 2009 in Kolkata. Many of the families came to Kolkata in search of work after the Alia super cyclone ravaged Sundarbans in the year 2009. The other effect would be on rainfall. Some places receive excess rainfall, whereas other would not get any kind of rainfall as usually expected. Climatic changes will make monsoons unpredictable. Rain-fed wheat cultivation in India will suffer in a big way and the total cereal production will go down.